Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm really excited to share some information on the power of protein. Some of you know me. My name is Nada St. Germain, and I have been with Neolife for over 31 years, actually. Someone asked me to actually look on my calendar today to find out how many years, and it has been 31 years. So it's been an amazing journey. I was working as a police officer in Toronto, and I was struggling with my health. I was in my 20s. I never took supplements before. I was watching my mom take supplements, and they didn't help her in any way. She really struggled with a lot of aches and pains and fibromyalgia. And someone shared Neolife with us, and we decided to give the products a try. And I have to say, 31 years later, I'd like to say we're aging gracefully. My mom is in her mid-70s, and I have not stopped taking the products for 31 years. And I exercise regularly. I feel great energy, vitality. My immune system is strong, no longer have any environmental allergies. And I have to say the protein is definitely one of my favorite products, and my kids grew up on it as well. So we're going to share just the different protein products that Neolife has to offer. And then you can, we'll open it up to questions as to which one you feel would be better for you. After the presentation, you might even say, you know what, that's the one for me, and that's what we're hoping for. And I'm really excited about the 3 different kinds of proteins that Neolife has. So the options are fantastic. They all taste fantastic, and that's really important as well. So let's talk a little bit about Dr. Liz Applegate. Something that drew me to the company was, yes, the products worked, but the science. And Neolife has a scientific advisory board that works together in developing and manufacturing the products. And when Dr. Liz Applegate joined our team, I was pretty excited. She's a nationally renowned expert of nutrition and fitness. She actually teaches at UC Davis. And what she does there, she trains over 800 athletes and designs their nutritional programs. Now, she was not with Neolife. She never wanted to get involved in any company as far as recommending products. And one day she discovered Neolife being at a meeting, a scientific meeting, and was in awe that she had never heard of our company. So she researched our products, and hands down, she found we're the best. And the protein was something that she was really excited about, especially being a sports and very athletic. She found the protein quality was exceptional. That's what you're going to learn tonight. But this is our scientific advisory board. They work together as a team in developing and researching and manufacturing the products. They don't just endorse the product. Okay, and that's really important. And you'll learn so much about our scientific advisory board as the more you get involved with our company. But we're going to talk about protein and also our foundation program to help with energy, vitality, to fill the nutritional gaps in our diet. And a lot of people think protein is just for building blood, building your muscle, and for pumping iron, and it's not. It helps with slow aging, and you'll see all the benefits on why it's important to have a good quality protein. And protein for breakfast is really important. I mean, I used to start my morning with a coffee and a bagel, or coffee and a muffin, or, a bowl of cereal. That's kind of like the normal breakfast. But you really need to look at protein, because protein helps with weight loss, blood sugar control, energy, and just a great way to start your day. I was tired all the time. I went to bed tired. I woke up feeling tired. I couldn't stay up to watch a movie at night. So, I was eating healthy, so I thought, but it wasn't until I changed my morning routine, adding these amazing 22 amino acids to my morning breakfast, where I noticed an incredible difference. Now, why 22 amino acids? That makes it a complete protein, okay? Now, also, it helps with repair, tissue repair, cell repair. But another thing that's really important is protein helps, it aids in digestion, okay, and that's really important as well. Protein makes enzymes, okay, complete protein, and that's really important. Also helps to fight infection and disease, helps to balance and regulate hormones, make collagen in your skin, okay, and helps to control blood sugar levels. So these are all the benefits of the Neolife shake, having all 22 amino acids, or the Neolife protein shakes. Now, there is a unique and exclusive proprietary blend 4 powerful whole food protein sources, including soy protein isolate, non-fat dairy milk, dry milk, whey protein isolate, and calcium sodium caseinate. Now, each source was chosen for its unique amino acid profile. And Neolife Shake supplies 18 grams of the highest quality protein per serving and incorporates whey. And I know a lot of people say, oh, whey, and they kind of have this kind of block when it comes to whey, but not understanding that there's a difference between the whey they throw away and good quality whey. Okay, so big difference. So whereas in the past, like 15 to 20 years, Neolife may not have considered whey, okay, as a viable source of protein in a product because of what was available at the time. Today, there have been very significant scientific and technological improvements in the quality of whey. And after researching, the only whey protein isolate that would meet our stringent criteria, and the only one that the SAB would endorse that not only meets our protein quality expectations, but actually exceeds it. Okay, and that's really important. So the highest quality whey that you'll find in our product. And one thing that I want to share with you is there's a way they score protein for digestibility. And I've met so many people where they say, oh, I can't digest protein, or, I can't digest, I can't do protein shakes because they bother my stomach. And one thing that Neolife does is they test all their products. And there's a score called protein digestion corrected amino acid score. PDCAS, and a 1 is a perfect score, and the Neolife Shake is a 1.73, high quality, and that means that the product can be absorbed properly, it's bioavailable, biologically complete with all 22 amino acids. Okay, it has a branched chain amino acids as well, which is really important for muscle, lean muscle, and you'll learn more about that as we go along. Now, also, when you have lean muscle, you also burn fat. Okay, so the energy is important. So, but it has to have the proper protein amino acid profile. But as we get older, there's an age-related condition called sarcopenia, muscle loss. Okay, and that's becoming bigger and bigger, a bigger problem as the population at large is getting older. So by supplementing with a good quality protein, you can really help to kind of slow that down. Okay, and that's really, really important. Now let's talk about soy. I would love to have Mary Ellen Vanderbrink, our holistic nutritionist, join us because she's the one that's really opened our eyes to the importance of good quality soy. Welcome, Mary Ellen.
Yeah, thank you, Nada. And yeah, it's so true because, as Dr. Lee says, we have to really put that fallacy about soy to rest because there's so much negative talk about it and breast cancer. But what the research is showing is that it's not what they're saying. Apparently, the only controversy with soy is those who take concentrated isolates of soy that have unnaturally high amounts of the phytoestrogenic compounds. But even then, the data is inconclusive. And that's why I always say with Neolife, because we use a whole food philosophy, we don't use isolates. We don't extract things like that. Neolife does not use the concentrated isoflavones, the part of the soy that contains the phytoestrogen compounds, in any of their products. Okay, even though, again, there's no research to back it up. So what does soy do? Dr. Lee is actually a specialist because when you talk about cancer, right? As you can see, there's a cell on the left. See all those little fibers? Well, that's called angiogenesis. And that's what causes cancer to grow, to get into the cells, to start destroying the body. Well, they found that soy, as you can see on the right, when they inserted the soy into the cell, it actually stopped that process. And that's what it does in cancer. That's why it's so important. So when you look at the two molecules, on the right, you can see a human estrogen, because this is what happened when they named the phytoestrogen. Because they used the word estrogen in it, people thought it was the same as a human estrogen. But when you look at those two molecules, they don't have the same molecular compound at all. They don't even look the same, right? So they're not the same. They're the same beings, right? So what's some of the research? Well, here's a study on soy food intake and breast cancer survival. And what they found was that it actually enhances people's lives. It stopped people from getting breast cancer. And there's some more research that we're going to show too. Here's one of the studies. So soy intake, they studied 5,042 breast cancer survivors. So that's a lot of people. It's not just 5 or 10 people in Shanghai. And what they found that, because you think this is where the whole idea that soy wasn't a problem came about, because in epidemiology studies, they found people in Asia who ate a lot of soy did not have high breast cancer, right? Yet you look in North America where our diet is not necessarily as soy-based and our cancer rates were so much higher. But the study actually showed a 29% reduction in death and a 32% reoccurrence from soy when people had soy in their diets. So very, very powerful for people who have had breast cancer, even though unfortunately there's still some doctors who are not versed on this and telling their patients not to eat soy. So let's look at MD Anderson, very, very well-respected organization. Soy may benefit breast cancer survivors. So in the past, physicians warned breast cancer patients not to eat soy, but they've gone from saying no soy for breast cancer survivors to it's not going to hurt. Now it looks like we can say it may help. So they've done a complete about face on the whole soy issue. American Cancer Society, the bottom line on soy and breast cancer risk. There is no evidence in the medical literature that soy protein isolate is bad for humans compared to other forms of soy. So this is, again, they're even saying the isolate is safe. Soy protein isolate is often used as a supplement in studies on the effects of soy and health, and none of these studies have shown harm. Okay, so again, even in the States. So let's look at what I think a more important issue is the genetically modified organisms. You take there, you can see that soybean on the bottom. They actually put in a mouse gene, a bacteria, a virus. They're genetically modifying our salmon and all sorts of different foods. And what I'm finding is this causes a lot of allergies, a lot of digestive distress. And so what happens when you start stressing that digestive system? You stress your health, right? It's definitely combined. So with one thing that really impressed me was I remember hearing Dr. First back in the early 90s. He went to the first meeting where they actually presented the tomato, which was the first genetically modified food. And he said, as soon as he looked at it, they're saying, oh, you can pick it easier. It's got thicker skin, and they're going on and on. So he put up his hand and he said, what's the nutrient content in that tomato? Nobody had tested it. They didn't care about that. So as soon as he saw that, he came back to Neolife and they put in place right from the seed stock to make sure that there's no genetically modified organisms in any of our products. And they even have the technology to do what they call transgenic testing to make sure that it's not in the product. So you can be 100% sure the products are pure. So now let's look at our shakes, because I see so many shakes out there in the market full of artificial sweeteners and dyes and all sorts of stuff. The Neolife shake is all natural. And again, as Nada talked about, biologically complete with the protein digestibility, correct amino acid score, which is super high, 18 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, controlled glycemic response. And I know the shake actually played a big role even with my migraines, because with blood sugar fluctuations, that can trigger headaches. So a lot of people don't realize that blood sugar fluctuations cause many issues in the body, not just diabetes and weight gain and so many other things. And there's lots of whole food antioxidants in there too. And what's not inside, there's no artificial anything. And as you can see, there's a picture of my granddaughters when they were little, and they drank that shake right from the time they could drink out of a sippy cup. And all 4 granddaughters, not one of them has ever been on antibiotics. And you think the shake is very important for T cells, which is important in immunity. So it plays a huge role in health. And again, it doesn't have any of those things we don't want to put into not only our children's bodies, but our bodies either. So let's look a little bit about sugar, because that's a big thing that shuts down immunity. And a lot of the shakes have a lot of sugar in them. So that's important. So the amount of fructose, so fructose is not the high fructose corn syrup. That's what you get in soda pop and stuff like that. The fructose in the Neolife shake is actually from fruit. And the amount of fructose per serving is equivalent to about half an apple. So if people look at it and go, it's no added sugar in it, it's just the actual sugars from the actual fruit in the product. So for comparison purposes, if you ate a serving of grapes, it has about 10 grams, figs have 9 grams, and a whole apple contains 13 grams. So you think half of that. So fructose is a naturally occurring sugar, also known as a fruit sugar. And it's concentrated form of components that naturally sweeten fruits and vegetables. So it's very safe to eat a fruit and vegetable, right? So this is not to be confused, of course, with that high fructose corn syrup, which is a disaster area. It just destroyed your body. So here's some research that kind of backs this up. And it says, as part of a healthy diet, fructose is an important carbohydrate. It's metabolized more slowly. It doesn't cause a high blood glucose or high insulin response. And remember, with everything, as Dr. First used to say, the dose is the poison, right? You can have too much of something that is so essential for health and it's still not healthy, but when it's in balance, it's okay, right? And that's the key. And this is in balance in the Neolife shake. So now let's look at, everyone's into, ask me, oh, don't you have collagen shakes? Like even people I know who are vegan are taking this stuff. Well, let's look at what it's made from. Number one, it isn't a complete amino acid profile. So how it works with the body, you swallow collagen, which has incomplete amino acids. The body still has to take out the amino acids out of that collagen and use it where it needs to go in the body. So do you think that's going to be as effective as having a complete protein? I don't think so. And let's look at some of the sources of this protein. It's made from skins and connective tissues of animals. It's nutritionally incomplete, and it's missing one of the essential amino acids, which is crucial because there's nine essentials and you need all 9. It's imbalanced from human nutrition, and it's an overabundance of some amino acids and an absence of or near absence of others. So again, what happens to the body when something's not in balance? It can't use it properly, right? And so weak source of those branched chain amino acids, which you need for your muscles. So, the way I look at it, this would not be something that I would recommend to people. And here's a comparison, the Neolife shake to collagen. And you can see look at the tryptophan in a collagen protein, 0, right? So it's definitely not a well-balanced product. And it says here that, I'm not gonna read all of this, but in the Neolife shake, all of the 22 amino acids are delivered, right? Where some collagens claim to be hydrosates, which suggests it's partly digested outside the body. Where the Neolife shake is, remember we showed that PD-CAS score? I don't know what a PD-CAS score would be on a collagen product. I couldn't imagine, but I guarantee it won't be 1.73, absolutely. So immediately after you finish a high intensity or endurance activity, the fitness instructors always say within 30 minutes, what should you have? Something made with a mix of protein, carbs, like whey in a protein shake. What does it do? Why do we want to do this? It reduces muscle soreness, it aids in muscle recovery. And this is from the Professor Emeritus of Nutrition and Kinesiology at Georgia State University, Dan Benardo. So it's an easy way, like I love the shake because you can just pop it in. And actually, Nat, I'm going to get you to, this is one of your favorites, the sports protein. So we talked about the Neolife shake. So you saw the difference in that, and now you can compare it to what Nana talks about for the sports shake.
So I do the Neolife shake for breakfast, or now the new vegan shake that we're going to talk about for breakfast. Sometimes I'll even mix half and half. But when I'm working out after I train, I do the sport protein, and it's quite pleasant. It tastes really good. I've had other people say that they've tried other protein performance products on the market, and they're not as good tasting. But that is important. But I have to say that there was an article in the Canadian Running Magazine that stated that most recovery shakes are made with whey. Chocolate milk contains less of the amino acid leucine than whey does, and leucine stimulates protein synthesis to help with repairing muscles. And the reason we're talking about chocolate milk, my kids played a lot of sports, and a lot of the coaches were recommending chocolate milk to these kids, and I just cringed. I'm like, no. So I mean, it doesn't absorb as well. and it doesn't replenish the muscle soreness, or it helps in recovery or repair. So good quality protein like this Neolife Sport protein is definitely a better thing, even for our kids. And there's some protein products on the market, sport proteins, that aren't safe for kids because the way the products are made. You'll even say right on the can, not made for children, or give you an age rate. And with the Neolife Sport protein, a young child that's very active can use the Neolife Performance protein. And it has 26 grams of protein when it's mixed with a non-fat milk. If you're doing almond milk or oat milk now is very, very popular. It has a branched chain amino acid, has the leucine, the glutamine that you hear a lot about it, and glutamatic acid as well for metabolism and immunity and neurotransmission. So all of these are very, very important key points. And again, biologically complete that Marilyn talked about, right? All 22 amino acids, and has your vitamins and minerals as well. And it's actually sweetened with a honey fruit sweetener. Very, very pleasant tasting. Protein sparing, so that to the carbs, it's 1-to-1, a ratio of 1-to-1, which is really important for muscle recovery and repair. That ProtoGuard process, so again, it's easy to digest. They have enzymes in there, no artificial anything. And that's like all the Neolife products. And that's really, really important. It also has that glycemic control response. And some people will say, well, if it has honey, if it has fructose, how does it still control blood sugar? Diabetics shouldn't be eating that. The key thing is the blend and the proper ratio of protein to carbs. So it gets that blood sugar in the glycemic control zone, for fat burning and just for energy. No potentially dangerous stimulants, no artificial anything, no artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives. Guaranteed to be free of any substance currently banned by the National Athletic Association, and also the Olympic Committee and the World Anti-Doping Agency. So we have a lot of professional athletes that need to have this letter so that it keeps them safe and they're able to train, able to use the product, especially when they're in the Olympics, because we do have some Olympic athletes. So this is really, really important. And again, no GMO ingredients, and that's really important as well, okay? So now, if you don't want soy, if you don't want dairy, or have allergies to soy or dairy, we have a third option. And Marilyn, I know this is exciting for you, especially being a holistic nutritionist, because we get this asked a lot, right? Do we have a...
Yeah. Do we have a vegan shake with no soy or no dairy? Because, unfortunately now there's so many children that are very allergic. And when you're highly allergic, you have to avoid it, right? But the thing is, the vegan shake is not just for people with soy allergies, because I find there's a lot more people now who want to start to introduce more plant-based foods into their diet, because the research is out there, saying that we need more of that. And in fact, the plant-based protein supplement market right now is worth $5.4 billion. It's going crazy. And they're projecting it'll be $9.57 billion by 2027. So a lot of people want this type of product. And 54% of millennials and 34% of, of baby boomers reduce their annual protein consumption. Like, I have a lot of clients who are trying to eat less dairy, meat. Not that they don't still eat it, but they just don't want to eat as much of it. And there is 60% of the American public transitioning to a plant-based diet. I do have a lot of clients who are vegan or vegetarian. And United Nations is even endorsing the shift to plant-based diet. So do you have to be vegan or vegetarian to eat a plant-based diet? No, absolutely not, right? It says US News and World Report that the top 3 recommended diets are for omnivores. That's people who do eat meat and dairy. So they focus on plants with reduced meat consumption. So what are some of these diets? Well, my favorite is the Mediterranean. That's how I eat, right? I find you can keep energy, weight under control. It tastes good, and you have a balance of plant-based and some food. Then there's the flexitarian, and then there's the DASH diet. The DASH diet is the reduced sodium diet for hypertensives, right? For people with high blood pressure. So again, all of that, this product fits in very good with all of these types of diets. And vegan is healthy, but not actually vegan. The only problem with vegan, a lot of people have trouble getting enough protein. Okay, there is protein in every food, like no doubt about it. But what they're finding is because their diet is so carb laden, that they're actually finding that they have more problems with dementia as they get older. And they think that is because of the high blood sugar and the lack of B12 in the diet, which you need from plant-based or from meat products, right? So the bottom line is more plants, less meat equals optimal personal environmental health. It's also good for the environment. A lot of consumers see a plant-based lifestyle as a healthy lifestyle. Some people avoid meat just because of ethical reasons themselves, right? There's a nutrient plant-based options are not just for vegans or vegetarians, but they're for everyone. So I know myself, I was excited because what I do is I mix 1 scoop with a vegan and 1 scoop with a Neolife shake. I like to do the 2 of them together, or sometimes I'll just have the vegan shake by itself, or so I switch it up. So again, to get a good variety. And introducing the Neolife vegan protein. One thing, it tastes so good. I've tasted a lot of those other vegan shakes and they are vile and they make you so bloated because they're only made from peas, right? So they're really wicked on the digestive system. And again, they don't have the 18 grams of the biologically complete. The vegan shake has 21 amino acids, not 22, because there's one of the amino acids you can only get from animal-based products. But when you have the 21, you can make that 22nd if you have all the complete together. There's 3 grams of the branched chain amino acids. What's really exciting is that energizing healthy fat blend, very good for the brain, because you know Alzheimer's and dementia is a big problem for people as they get older. 0 grams of sugar. So it's awesome for diabetics as well. Anybody who wants to keep their sugar low, phytodigestive enzymes are in there, so it helps break it down so you don't get that bloated feeling. 24 vitamins and minerals, and inositol, which is one of the B vitamins, very important for many functions in the body. And of course, genetically modified free and gluten-free, which is important as well, because a lot of people are trying to avoid that as well. It's very nutrient dense, so there's a lot of antioxidants and phytonutrients, very minimally processed. So this is what protects the protein. It has a purified water extraction at low heat. This is the problem with a lot of the protein shakes, the way they're processed, so the protein isn't absorbed in the body. Has a very low carbon footprint, dairy and lactose free, of course, soy free, easy to digest, and it tastes so good, right? So of course, what we talked about, why protein is so important for muscle, tissue repair, immunity, hormones, especially hormones, right? And that's why probably a lot of vegans too have a lot of hormonal issues as well. And protein and blood sugar, it slows down the absorption of the carbs because including the glucose, it's low glycemic, and a modest increase in protein combined with a modest reduction in high sugar foods. What happens? You lose weight and it improves your blood sugar, which you know is so important for health. And also it has an effect on what they call satiety. And what that means is how full you feel. If you're hungry all the time, it could be because you're not getting enough protein. And even a moderate increase in dietary protein makes a difference. So what is biologically complete protein? It means the amino acids are the building blocks of protein. It does have all of the 9 essential amino acids, not like the collagen, right? Which can only be obtained from food. And it's very important to have the right balance of those 9 essential amino acids as well. So very important. And it's got that complete balance. And they combine the plants to get the right ratio. Beans are low in amino, for instance, if you eat beans, they're low in the amino acid methionine, but have plenty of lysine. Rice is low in lysine, but has plenty of methionine. So that's why if you want to do it all in diet, you got to do a lot of food combining, and you have to really know what you're doing. It's pretty technical. The good news with diet, you don't have to eat complete protein at every meal to get enough. However, when taking a protein supplement for weight management, muscle repair, or athletic performance, it's more critical to have that proper amount of those essential amino acids to get the results. And most of the plant-based products are not biologically complete. So it's carefully crafted, again, to be complete, has very high PD-CAS. Most of the vegan shakes out there don't have a good PD-CAS score. And this is what they make it from: peas, brown rice, hemp, fava beans, and chickpeas. So you see, you're not just getting peas alone, you're getting a whole variety, and they all have different benefits, right? All of those different vegetables and legumes. It also contains folate, iron, zinc, and magnesium, antioxidants, and it helps to reduce inflammation in the body, which is so, so important because that's one of the leading causes of disease. Although the hemp protein comes from the cannabis plant, it's not the same thing as taking cannabis, right? Because it doesn't have any of the THC or CBD. Some people are concerned about that, right? Like hemp and marijuana are the same species, but they're a different variety. Hemp protein powder comes from hemp seeds that are non-psychoactive. Hemp protein is classified as industrial hemp by the FDA and recognized as GRAS per the FDA in the United States. So again, it has every very, very safe stuff in there. And that's showing the branched chain amino acids and why they're important, because you need them to build muscle, right? And they only work when consumed with a complete protein. So if you just get those branched chain amino acids isolated by themselves, unless you're taking complete protein, you're getting no benefit from those at all. And of course, they help with muscle recovery to regulate and help regulate the immune system too. So when you can bind those branched chain amino acids with vitamin D, it increases muscle gain in elderly people, even when they don't exercise, which is pretty amazing. And they even help people think that the high intensity exercise they're doing wasn't that difficult. Now, wouldn't that be nice, eh? You can go do a hard workout and you didn't think it was that bad. That's what I like, right? And here's that healthy fat blend, the high oleic sunflower oil. So it's got what they call those mono unsaturated fats, like MUFAs they call them. And what do they do for you? Healthy heart, healthy brain, healthy weight. And the MCT oil, this is something I'm hearing a lot about because they're finding has very, very good for the brain. And even people with dementia and Alzheimer's are responding to MCT oil. So isn't that great? You can take it as a prevention thing. And all it is a medium chain triglycerides. It increases muscle energy, it gives a healthy brain, and also helps to control your weight. And the oleic acid most common in those MUFAs are nuts, seeds, avocados, olives, sunflower, canola, and peanuts oil. And Neolife Vegan uses the sunflower oil that's naturally high in oleic acid. So again, it's a natural oil. And it replaces the saturated fats with MUFA, will cause you to have a healthy lipid profile. The larger, more buoyant, low density lipoprotein. So what it is when you look at your LDL, there's the small LDL is much more dangerous to the heart, but the larger LDL, and that's what these MUFAs help your body do to make them larger. So they help to clear the fats after eating and more fat burning and less fat storage. And a high oleic acid for 2 weeks reduced inflammation in the brain network pathway in younger women, so even in younger people. Oleic acid was linked to improved cognitive and memory in elderly Japanese adults. And one study concluded that high blood levels of MUFAs were associated with the superior general intelligence. So I kind of like that. We all want to be smarter, right? And a review article of 28 studies over 33 years found that replacing the MUFAs for saturated fat reduced belly fat. Now, isn't that a nice, easy thing that you can do and helps reduce body weight as well? And MCT oil and healthy weight, they found in several clinical trials that they made you feel fuller. So that means you eat less, which of course there's a definite correlation at how much you eat and how much weight you gain. And it was also found to be more effective than the other oils. And 24 vitamins and minerals plus inositol. So again, it supports everything in your body, your bones, your eyes, your immunity, nails, hair, skin, metabolism, and even your nerves. So important. And the consumers want plant proteins because they associate them with robust health and well-being. And the biologically complete protein combined with healthy fat is, optimal health throughout the whole aging process, from young children right up to elderly people. So much better that like those drinks that they give the elderly in hospitals and stuff are just laden with corn syrup and sugar I mean, just disaster. They're total disaster. And as you can see, the vegan protein, it comes in a package just like the Neolife shake, and it supports overall good health. And it's delicious too. And Nada, we're just going to touch on this, but it's so important that we have to look, because Neolife's whole philosophy was based on cellular health and whole food supplementation. And would you like to share how we can complement the shake with our Fill the Gap product?
Yeah, so that shake is definitely, it partners with our Pro Vitality, our multivitamin pack, and we call that a breakfast pack. And now with the vegan shake, it's available as well in that breakfast pack. So let's talk a little bit about this Pro Vitality, because again, the whole philosophy behind Neolife is to fill those nutritional gaps. And the grain oils, the fruits and vegetables, the omega-3s, and a good multivitamin are some of the things that we're just not getting enough of. And there was a recent study that was published in Lancet that actually said that that's what's actually killing us. It's what we aren't eating. So these are the nutrients, again, that just help to fill the nutritional gap. So we're going to just watch a very quick video, less than 3 minutes, to give you a quick overview on the amazing Pro Vitality pack.
Taken the guesswork out of supplementation and design our health packs for every body and every budget. The Vitality Pack contains a 30-day supply of Pro Vitality, Neolife's flagship product that is clinically proven and offers a foundation for good nutrition at the cellular level to promote lifelong health and vitality. The 4 supplements found in each convenient packet deliver whole food nutrients and essential vitamins and minerals that are based in nature and backed by science. Tree NN provides phytolipids and phytosterols from whole grains and was proven in a study conducted at Texas A&M University to increase nutrient utilization efficiency by up to 50%. Carotenoid Complex provides a broad spectrum of colorful fruits and vegetables that was proven by USDA researchers to boost immune capacity by 37% in just 20 days. Salmon Oil Plus provides omega-3s from fish and was clinically proven to lower inflammatory index by 68%. Finally, our Essential Vitamin and Mineral Complex provides a full spectrum of essential vitamins and minerals, plus phytoenzymes for easy digestion. These 4 supplements are key for the cellular health of every human body. Each box of Pro Vitality contains the essential phytolipids and phytosterols, equivalent to over 12 pounds of whole grains, with less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal. The carotenoid equivalent of 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables, and 10 3-ounce servings of pure omega-3 rich fish, and a full spectrum of essential vitamins and minerals. Now that's some power-packed goodness. These powerful nutrients support head-to-toe benefits including abundant energy, powerful antioxidant protection, heart health, optimum immune strength, healthy brain function, flexible healthy joints, clear vision, youthful skin, hair, and nails, and even supports your body's natural ability to fight the biological aging process. All Neolife products are designed and backed by a scientific advisory board of world-renowned scientists, doctors, and nutrition experts, and undergo rigorous testing to ensure safety, efficacy, and the superior quality we've been delivering for over 60 years. You and your loved ones can also have the peace of mind knowing Neolife products use only GMO-free ingredients. All of our health packs feature Pro Vitality as the foundation for good nutrition and health at the cellular level.
I think that was very well put together. I really enjoyed that video. Hang on, there we go. So that Pro Vitality is, again, just added to the protein shake, and we call this a breakfast pack. So it's just a great way to start your morning, great way to start your day. And I'm actually going to have Shelly come on board. Because I think when I met Shelly, her challenge was that she was trying to find a shake that her son would like. Shelly, you want to share your journey with the shake? Great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Nada. Absolutely. He was 17 at the time and wanted to use a protein. I mean, that's what the kids were doing at that point. And I tried so many. I went to health food stores and I would bring them home and he'd say, Mom, like it, I don't like the taste of this. Okay. And so then I go and get, like, I end up drinking it because, you know, they were expensive. And then I go and get the next one and oh my gosh, Mom, I don't like this taste either. And then I was introduced to Neolife by Nada and tried some products. And one of the things that our son tried was the shake. And he was like, oh my gosh, I like the taste of this one, Mom. And so he used it for many years through the high school. And actually I would ship it out to him at university. So I knew that he was getting at least one good meal a day and hoped for the best for the others. But yeah, really, really, really great in terms of that, and really great. I have it every morning. I throw some spinach in it. It's a great way for me to fill the day for nutrients. I also used it when I was running around through meetings as a teacher at lunch or after school when I was coming home. And if I was starting to have a little low, I kept one in my car and would just shake it up so that I didn't have that tendency, you know, to do a little drive through to pick something up because I was hungry. No, my sugars were just completely balanced by this protein. And the last thing I'll mention is when I broke my leg, having actually I took 2 proteins at that time, just the healing power for me, and you don't even see the scar, you know, for my surgery. So really amazing protein for lots of various reasons. And I've tasted the vegan shake and love that one too. And I have sports protein actually after I work out. So I bounce back and forth because they all taste great.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that healing, Shelley, because as you know, my son had a brain injury a couple of years ago, and the salmon oil helped, omega-3s and some of the other products, but that protein drink, I dropped it off at the hospital and they did give it to him twice a day. And they originally gave him 4 to 6 month window recovery with rehab, and he was 100% recovery in 6 weeks. And I know the omega-3 played a role, but so did that protein. Because again, with healing, immunity, cell repair, tissue repair, brain repair, so grateful and so blessed that he's back to 100%, because a lot of people with brain injuries, if they don't gain over 90%, you can't get your driver's license. So tell that to a 24-year-old. So grateful that we had these products to give him that foundation. Yeah.
And hair and nails. Like everything, everything just grows well with protein.
My hairdresser loves me because I have to keep coming back, right? So, and then I'm going to have Serena share her story, because I think the protein is something that her family is totally in love with. Serena.
Hi, yes. We have to really make sure our cupboard's full of lots of the shake. We can't let it run low. Everybody's onto it now, all different flavors. Just got my first vegan in the mail, actually, so I'm excited to try that. Initially, for me, it was really low energy and feeling tired all the time with some weight gain. And I was one of those ones that always grabbed the bagel or the muffin or some toast or bowl cereal first thing in the morning, and then sort of have that sugar crash, you know, partway through the morning. And that's when, you know, you're feeling tired. And anyway, so the protein shake has been a great addition. And my husband loves the chocolate shake. He has a bit of a thing for chocolate, and so instead of going for the drawer with the cookies and things, now he'll actually have a shake, and it just sort of satisfies him, and it's a much healthier choice. And same with my daughter and son. They're both using the shake and love it as well. It's just so easy in the morning just to shake and go, just very quick, but know that you're getting some really good nutrition there. So
awesome.
Great.
Thank you so much for sharing. And for those of you that have kids that are in sports, or what I really enjoyed is they could just shake it in a shaker cup, drink it, and hit the football field, hit the basketball court, because it's pre-digested. It's very easy. It's not like having like a, you know, submarine sandwich like some of these kids, and then you watch them perform on the basketball court and you can tell that they're lagging and struggling, whereas this is so easy to digest. So it plays such a big role. Some of you are wondering, how do I get a hold of these amazing products? Well, Neolife has what we call the Wellness Club. It's free to join, and as soon as you become a member, you automatically get 15% off. Now, to get wholesale price, all you have to do is go on auto ship. So that Pro Vitality that we talked about, or the protein shake, 2 of those protein shakes last a month. So when you put that breakfast pack or the Vitality pack on auto ship, you automatically get wholesale price. And when you stay on auto ship, you get all your shipping back and in 6 months, and you can spend it on other products. So it's a great loyalty program the company put together just to say thank you for being a loyal customer. And we have a referral program. If you refer 3 people to one of those health packs, yours is free every single month. So how exciting is that? We also have some weight loss challenges and fitness challenges that you can join. For those of you that feel like, you just need something to be accountable. Let's say you want to walk every day for half an hour, or you want to lose 10 pounds. It's nice to be a part of a team where you're constantly posting your success and just to be on track. I know some people need that kind of accountability. So again, we have that with Neo Life. So these are our health packs. The Pro Vitality, the breakfast pack is the most popular pack. And then we have our weight loss pack, the Shape Up pack, which is definitely the best seller, but can be used with the vegan shake. So we also have a breakfast pack option for those of you that want to include the vegan shake in your breakfast pack, which is really, really exciting. So again, if you refer 3, you get your health pack free. We have an amazing Facebook group that we can invite you to. This is where people share stories and testimonials on so many different health benefits, on how the products have impacted and changed their life. I just want to share with you that the Neo Life products don't cure anything, but it's amazing when you give the body the proper nutrients and nutrition that it needs. The cells can start to renew and repair, your muscles can renew and repair, and even your skin, hair, and nails. So good nutrition can definitely have an impact on how you age. So again, if you just want to use the products, become a member. If you're curious about the business aspect, just ask the person that invited you, because I was in a position where I really enjoyed the products. They impacted my life and my family. I really enjoyed helping others. So it was a very easy transition for me to look at the business opportunity because I really wanted to have an impact in people's lives. So if you're in that stage of your life where you just want to have an impact, have a purpose, or make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, just ask the person who invited you, and we're here to help you every step of the way. So I want to thank you so much for joining us. Thank you all for sharing your amazing stories and testimonials. And Mary, thank you for your expertise. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the recording and open it up to questions for those of you that might have some questions on what happened here this evening. So thank you.